following the next interview conducted in March 2024. Two brothers, Niel and Eck Haggart, share stories of growing up in Blair Atholl and the place the railway had in their own lives and those of their friends.
Niel Haggart, I've lived in the village 74 years. Never moved far. I moved from 11 Invertilt Road to 17 Invertilt Road. I got married and, first of all, school, obviously. School was in the old school. Then, obviously, Pitlochry, that would be 61, 62 would be first memories of steam train. We actually had a neighbour, James McBain. He was a porter at the station, and my memory of him is through the golf course. James never had a carry bag. He had an old leather golf bag that he carried under his arm, and left-hander and a really good golfer. I mean, obviously we've got memories of Mum taking us down to see the steam trains, Obviously, after that, I was friends with Ali Sutherland, whose father was the signalman, Geordie Sutherland, Alistair Watt. Now, I'm not sure whether he was the secretary or the treasurer of the golf club. He was the station master when we went to school, is that correct? Yeah? Mm-hmm. Obviously, Betty Murdoch, who ran the bookshop kind of station. Was it a Menaces thing or Menaces?
Yeah, just a wee
bookshop.
Platform.
Yeah, you used to get your sweeties for school and that there. As far as the steam train goes, as I said, it was just something to get us to school. One morning the train was late, or we were late getting into school. Speedy, that was the school teacher, and she said, Why are you late? Why are you late? And Hughie, quick as a flash, the train had a puncture, miss. The train had a puncture. But they were quite small carriages. Well, not carriages, they get 6 in one. But the train was that big that just you and your pals would sit in this one. And, when you got off the train and that, it was always carry on going up the road and that. But I can't remember much on the train, and there was the odd idiot pulled the cord and stopped the train and that. But our younger brother, John, he disappeared this day, and panic. I'm talking disappeared, like out the village. And how old was he at the time? He was quite young. I'm talking, maybe 9, 10. And then we got a call from the police that there was a young boy on the train and he was now in Keith. Did we know anything about this? And, well, of course, mother and father didn't know anything. He'd just gone down to the station, jumped on the train. He had no ticket, he had no money, he had nothing. I can remember Dad having to go down at night because he was coming back down on the train at night. That was our younger brother's experience of the train. I mean, there was obviously a lot of the railway workers, a lot of them were involved with the bowling club. Well, there was always the turntable down there, which was, you used to go and watch the trains going on the turntable and turn round and things like that. But as far as the actual steam trains...
Jimmy used to have all the postcards in the station for all over the world for the scouts and everything.
Oh, Jimmy McBain. That chap we were talking about earlier.
Used to go from one end of the village to the other by crossing this bridge.
A Sunday always was round the golf course, down to King's Island, and always finished walking up the railway side, so that if there was any lumps of coal or that.
Then if there was any sticks you seen, we'd go up and get the saw and come back and cut them up and carry them home.
Yeah. Obviously, there was occasionally there was fires down the side. Yeah, just with the steam trains, with the sparks, sometimes in the summertime. Fires down the railway embankment and that. That was just a bit of excitement for us then, wasn't it? You know, the fire. I mean, it didn't do anything, it just burnt itself out. And then you used to come down here and stand on the railway bridge and watch the steam trains, you know, pass, you just got covered in smoke. You get home, Mum would be just stinking of smoke, just thinking, go and get changed. The railway bridge, we used to sit in the girders on the railway bridge there and fish into the river. We used to catch the eels there. Our older brother, he worked in the railway too. One thing I can remember about the ticket hut was the wee glass sliding doors when you went in to get your ticket. It was normally Alistair Watt, that he was the station master, he did the ticket. Yes, can I help you? The hard seats in the waiting room, the solid boards in the waiting room. Yeah, but you'd be involved in clearing the line and that for leaves and that, were you not? Or
No, not the leaves, just the snow when it up at the pass and everything. Nowadays that's no snow, so they don't have to do that. It's called it flanging, whereas you cleaned the inside of the rail out, so because it used to pack, and they were always feel the train lift off.
Oh, right.
Because the wheels only got about that or a grip on the rail.
The flange down in the wheel line.
Doing about that. It turns it round the corners because there's no steering wheel in the trains. You only went where the signalman said you.
Yeah. And did you not have to clean out the points? Did they not get frozen or jam up?
Well, sometimes they did, but they used to have heaters on them.
All right.
Gas heaters on them, and they heated the rail up. And
this would be a newer thing then.
Melted them all. Well, it's all electric now, but it used to be gas.
Gas, all right, right.
And you sometimes had to be there to relight them again if it was a windy night because it would blow out. And Dalwhinnie was the worst place for it because the wind up there and then you had the snow as well and you'd try to walk out in it to relight them again.
So that would be a downside for the points, and if you had to keep on going out to
relight them.
So how did you know when it went out?
Because the signalman would try and move them and they wouldn't move, so they're out.
So would the signalman not go and do it, no? No.
Signalman wasn't allowed to leave his box. That's how we were always there for snow clearing and everything, and going under his directions because of the snow. The old days, they used to have the cesses not that tidy. They used to cycle along the cess to get to the river.
Did he?
And it used to all be built up. Stones similar were always built up, tidy, and never a rake. You used to have a rake at the back of the bike.
Is that right?
So it's when they went down to their work, the rake covered their tracks.
Is that right?
Used to scythe from fence to fence, and workers scythed all their section. Well, it was all jointed track then, it's all long welded rail now. Fred Skinner, Jock Keefe, Padder Rusk.
So what was Jock Keefe?
Just a trackman.
Oh, just a trackman? Right.
Fred Skinner was just a trackman.
Did they walk the line every sort of day then, or?
It was every second day.
Every second day.
Put the keys back in and everything like that, that held the jointed track in. Now the panels they don't come out really.
Because all the joints are welded like? So did they do the old tapping as well and check the lines? No,
there's no tapping to check the line. The tapping was only for the train driver that tapped his wheels just to make sure that they weren't chipped or anything.
Right. So how there must have been quite a lot of you here at one time. So Kenny and Peam and.
Aye, well, there wasn't as many as there was, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So
before I started.
Like how many before you started?
Oh, I don't know how many there would have been, but there were only sort of we had a wee section. They had a wee section up here, and then there was another one at Killycranky sort of thing, and then another wee squad at Loughry.
Right.
And then another wee squad at Ballinluig, and then Dalgais. I think there was a wee squad at Dalgais and everything.
Right.
Because of the work that they had to do in that wee section. That's all the men they had.
Right.
They needed. But they couldn't, because of nothing to get there and get home again and everything. It was only wee bits. You know.
Right.
Whereas when I started, we went from Mulnarn right up to Dalnacardoch.
So did you get dropped off at different points then?
Well, I could get dropped off at Mulnarn and I would walk to Blair Atholl. Somebody would get dropped off at Dalnacardoch and walk to Blair Atholl.
Was that every day?
No. I think it was Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays.
Right, every other day then?
There was nothing.
You'd be quite fit in these days then?
Aye. But we had a railway van, so we got taken.
Aye, but you still had to walk when you got dropped off. You had...
Aye. But if it was going to a job or anything,
yeah.
you still had to humph tools and that down when you're on a bogie, like, you know. If you're going to Dalnacardoch, there was nowhere between Dalnacardoch and Struan to get anything on the track. So halfway you were walking to get to a job, you know.
Is that right? Aye. No other access.
With a big jack and somebody weight on their shoulder, and then your grapes and hammers and picks and everything what you were needing. But when I was with the welding, that was about 1.5 tons in the bogie that we had to push, and that could be 2.5 miles. But now it's all modern. You just go to a railway crossing and on you go and away. 3 years before I left, they finally got the vehicles, and just when they pay the money, it was all there, but they wouldn't pay the money for it. The railway was always, that's the way we used to do it, and that's the way you're doing it.
I thought you were going to get political there, right?
No, the old boys, that was the way they were. No, we barred the rail. There'd be a machine sitting at the side there for doing it. So this day, Sunday, we were working and they put in a section, about 1/2 mile of new rail. Denny Craig says, right, get your bars and we'll go and bar this rail. I says, look Denny, that machine's sitting there. I'm passed out for it. I'll put it on and show you how easy and different this is. No, just the old ways of it. And he says, right then, you do it. And I put it on. And I says, right, you tell me left or right. Left. Oh, that's fine, I'll do it. I says, is it needing up? Aye. I'd jack it up. And the boys would park. Go up another 6 sticks and do the same, all the way through the 1/2 mile. He says, what we're going to do now? He says, that's the work finished. I says, well, is that no easier? No, you're still better with the old bar. He says, it takes longer and it passes the day. But they just hated the machines because that's the way they done them.
Yeah.
Well, the redoubling was done long before I started. It was all ripped up and then...
What's redoubling? Oh, the track.
Remember, it was doubled for
track.
Perth to Dalwhinnie, and then they ripped it all out.
Yeah.
And then they came back
And done it.
and redone it again. Well, that was a beach and ripped them all out, eh?
Obviously, it's all changed now.